Right, Helen, let's get started. 'Cause I know you're a busy lady and you have got lots to do today. So, Helen, could you tell the people watching what you do for a business?
Right, I work under the umbrella of a company called Forever Living, which is all to do with natural aloe vera based products that you can take it internally and put it on topically. We also offer an opportunity to help people to build a plan B business or side hustle, as somebody call it, to top up their income. Whether in the current situation, they are looking for something to help with the household living, or whether they want to build it into a career is entirely up to them. Depends on how much time they can put in and how ambitious they want it to be. It can build into a career income or even further on into a residual income as well. But obviously it is a business, but it's very flexible. They can work from home. They don't need to, they can do it alongside any other jobs or family commitment.
Excellent. So Forever, I mean, they do a range of products. I think a lot of people know them for aloe vera.
Yes.
Why aloe vera? Why do they kind of? Why do you hang your hat on aloe vera so heavily?
Right. I got involved over 20 years ago with the company through the product, because at that time my son suffered from some skin issues, and we tried everything traditionally and didn't really work. And we were getting quite desperate. At that time, Forever is quite new in the country. I definitely never heard of aloe vera, let alone the company. And a friend introduced it to us. And we were very skeptical because we don't even know what is aloe vera at that time. But on the other hand, we were getting quite desperate. We've been trying everything for years. So we thought, okay, we give it a try. And also the company offer unconditional 60 days money back guarantee. So we thought, oh, I can try it all for 2 months, everything. And if this doesn't work, I still get a full refund. So what have I got to lose? So we tried it, and they did tell us, because natural product does take time. But after 2 months, we noticed a slight improvement. And in less than a year, it really helped him completely under control. Wow. So a lot of other parents at the school start asking, what do you do? How come that suddenly your son's skin is much, much better? So they start asking me to get the products for them. And the friend who introduced it to us suggested, why don't you get involved? You can get it cheaper, and also you can supply it to other people. And that's how I got started with it, very part-time, alongside my IT career at that time.
Oh, fantastic. So your son's, well, I suppose the fact that it worked for your son was all the proof you needed then.
Yes.
And I suppose that is what then inspired you to like take it forward as a business. Obviously, your person who introduced you said, why not run it as a business? But I imagine that was a real great inspiration for you to kind of kick on and run it as a business.
Well, not really at that time, because I was only doing it very part-time. I got involved basically just to get it cheaper for myself, to get the products for my son. It was years later when I lost my job, I got made redundant. I didn't know what to do. And my husband suggested to me, he said that, well, you've been with the company for a number of years. You love the product, you like the company, and it seems to be a very ethical company. Why don't you look into it as a business, and then you can work flexibly from home? So I thought, yes, good idea. I can have more time at home. And not really at that time, I've been working in IT for 30 odd years. I've been in IT since the 70s. So, and they change it so quickly, the technology.
Yes.
So it's a good way for me to work from home. Why not? So then I decided to take it on as a business.
Yeah. But
then I lost my confidence completely. I couldn't talk to people because I was a very, very shy person. And I find it very difficult to approach people and talk to people. You wouldn't believe it now, I'm talking to you. And that's probably one of the reasons it takes you so long to get me onto this.
I was going to say, so I mean, that leads us nicely on, because my next question was actually going to be, what have the challenges been that you faced in running this business? What have some of the challenges been? Obviously, one of them is that you weren't very confident at the time.
Yeah, no, it was confidence, self-belief, self-worth, because I never had a business before, never run a business. So, and also to lose, I was actually headhunted in my last job. And 5.5 years later, they make me redundant. So it make it 10 times worse because I thought I was indispensable and didn't need to. I know I'm still a number in a company.
Oh, we're all numbers, Helen. We're all numbers.
So I lost my confidence completely. I wasn't able to talk to anybody. So that is the biggest challenge for me. And also I find it I take it very personally, partly because of my culture, because of my ethnic minority. When I talk to people don't come back. Then I thought, oh, well, maybe it's me. Maybe they didn't like me. Maybe I'm a woman, or maybe I didn't give them enough information or anything. It's only now I know that everybody's different. It might not be the right time for them. It might not be even the things for them. I take it very, very personal, and with no confidence as well, it make it 10 times worse.
How did you overcome the confidence element? How did you kind of start getting that your confidence levels up?
Self-development. I do a lot of self-development. I mean, I'm grateful for the company. They have a lot of self-development course. Some are internal, some are external speaker. People like Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, a lot of people probably heard of and familiar. So I do a lot of those too, and read. I'm not a big reader, but I listen to a lot of CD and things like that, and go to webinar and slowly building that. And I think deep down in it, I have to come out of my comfort zone, because I can learn everything. But if you can't come out of your comfort zone to do it, it's still not going to happen. But it takes me a long time to be able to come out of my comfort zone. It proved it to you that it takes you so long to get me onto it.
It is. I mean, the thing is, Helen, and you know what I'd say to you, don't be hard on yourself, because look, you're human. I'd be more worried if you said, yeah, no problem, I just went out there and I did my thing and it was no problem, because I'd have thought, that doesn't sound right. Because, you know, even the most successful people have had to do that confidence journey. And, you know, fair play to you for kind of deciding that you were going to work on that and improve that and overcome it. And fair play to you. That's really well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you know, if you ever have a day where it's a little bit, not sure, but today's a great day, just think back to what you've achieved so far. Think of where you've come from and where you are now.
Yeah, it's a long journey, but I'm glad that I finally slowly getting there.
Brilliant. So my favorite question, this is actually, tell us one thing about you that not many people know about.
I have thought about it. Something slightly more related. As I told you earlier, I'm very shy. Okay. I was very shy in my culture, and I was not confident at all until I start doing the business. Yeah. So one thing, when I first start in my very first job, when I come over to this country 30 odd years ago, I was so bad. My boss actually sent me for, I can't remember, 2 days or 3 days, assertiveness course. It shows how bad I was.
Were you being too nice? What was your first job?
Well, I work in Tunbridge Wells. I'm still in IT. Yeah. I was working on what do you call it? A mid-range computer. The PC hasn't come on. Yeah. And I work in data processing before I came over. And then I moved on to word processing, just started. So I was doing sort of a temporary programming for word processing, that job in Tunbridge Wells for an insurance company. Yeah. And it was so bad. My boss actually sent me to a course.
So, I mean, I've got a vision now of every time someone said something to you, you just said yes and did it, as opposed to going, no, I'm busy. So, oh, that's fantastic. And I
can say no to you now. That's why I say no for so long.
No, you're not the lady who you were all that time ago. And that's amazing. I didn't even know they did assertive courses, but
I didn't know. And it was really uncomfortable in the course, because one of the other things you have to learn, I remember vividly, is you have to accept praise from people. And we had to, in the group test, and they said, look at the person, find something to say, give them a compliment. And I'm okay to say compliment to people. When somebody say it back to me, I feel so uncomfortable. I virtually want to find a hole to dig into it.
But you know something, there's nothing wrong with having that humbleness. You know, again, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, the fact that you can now accept those compliments as well. I mean, that's a great thing. That's really powerful, actually. And you know, I think even though that course isn't, you know, it was all that time ago, you've got to remember that parts of that course would have filtered through to the rest of your life.
Yes,
so
it does.
you know, everything that you become and you're going to become has been based on what you've picked up in terms of knowledge from way back when. So, I can't. Helen Raggett being assertive. You will do what I tell you to do.
No more. No.
So, if somebody was thinking of getting into, because Forever Living, that is is that like network marketing?
It's a network marketing company.
Yeah. So if someone was thinking of getting involved in a network marketing type business, or any kind of business really, what 3 bits of advice would you give them?
The first things which I learned take me a long time to learn, especially if somebody's coming from an employee to starting to be their own boss or be self-employed, is you have to have a different mindset. Because being an employee, we always think, oh, I got to get paid by the hour or by the week or by the month. It doesn't work that way. You have to build the work in the beginning and get the rewarding towards the end. And they got to understand when they start a business, they don't always expect they will earn money or let alone make money right at the beginning or in the first month or 2. It takes time. Obviously, with network marketing, the starting cost is much lower, so it's much easier to cover the cost. But if they want to earn good money, they need to put in time and efforts. They got to learn, and that's one of the things. The other thing I've learned is don't be a hunter. People don't like to be hunted. When I first started, I was desperate, partly because I lost my job and partly because I was employed before. And I thought I got something really good. Obviously, everybody wants it. So I was getting quite, what's the word? Probably a bit pushy and tried to hunt them down.
Were you being a bit salesy?
Yes, that's probably the right word from your perspective. And I've learned that over the years that be a farmer, you've sowed the seed, and then people, some will grow, some won't, some will be interested, some won't. And one of the thing I learned from Jim Rohn is if you sow the seed, some will be eaten by birds, some maybe die because of drought and ever, but don't go and chase the bird. Concentrate on what you're doing instead of chasing the ones that is not interested. And that was what I used to do before. People not interested. I chase on them. Why are you not interested? Come on, I'll show you more. But now you just put them off, and probably they never join because you become, as you said, too salesy. And the attitude, as I said, we have to have a good attitude. Nothing works all the time. And in any business, there's a roller coaster. It can go up and down. We can have good time. We can have bad time. As you just told me earlier, when we have a bad time, think of the good time we have. The good time will come back. I thought it was the end of the world when I lost my job because I've been in IT all my life. And as it turned out, it was the best thing they ever did to me. There's always a silver lining. It's just that it's a matter of when it turns up, the silver lining, when's the good thing comes. So don't be too disappointed or discouraged if something doesn't work out. It's just a matter of time. It will. Just have to look on the positive side. It will ride through it.
There's a song in there, something, always look on the bright side.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Helen, that's absolutely brilliant. So we're going to wrap up now, but is there anything that the people watching can do to help you right now?
Well, I got aloe vera products. We got over 200 products that's suitable from, as we say, from nursery to nursing home. For anybody that we got product, whether it's take it internally, put it on topically, skincare, waste management, and all that, and even for animals. I mean, my previous dog has benefited from it when he was getting elderly and for his mobility. So we have products suitable for that. But we also, I believe, that we have a tool or vehicle to help people to get back on their feet or to build a substantial income or business if that's what they want. If you like the concept of network marketing, there's so many different industry around. Find the product or the service you like and stick with it. And that will be the one that works for you, because it's no good coming to my business, for example, to come with me and you don't like aloe vera or you're allergic to aloe vera. It's never going to work. You got to like everybody. I think all business owners, that if you ask them, they obviously like what they do, otherwise they won't start the business.
Of course.
So if you come to a network marketing company and you don't like their product or the service, it's never going to work. But if you like it, I believe it's a tool and a vehicle to help them, because you can do it alongside what you do, very part-time, and build it up. And there's no pressure, no target to do it in your own time, in your own speed.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Helen, if you could do me a favor when we finish, if you could go back to this video and drop all of your links in, you know, where people can find you, if you've got a website, your LinkedIn, everything, so that if somebody wants to reach out to you and find out more information, that they're easily able to do that. People, thank you so much for watching. We've had no comments coming, but hey, that doesn't matter, because people tend to watch this. Well, the video, because it's out there, it'll get watched throughout. It
will be in your website, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be on the
in your Facebook page.
Yeah, and then it will go on to YouTube as well in a couple of months. But Helen, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. And if there's anything that you want to ask Ellen, she's going to drop all of her comments all of her links in the comments underneath, so you can reach out to her. And yeah, have yourself a fantastic week. Come and join me on Thursday. I can't quite remember who I'm interviewing then, but hey, come and join me. It's going to be fun. Helen, don't go anywhere. We're going to have a debrief. And people, thank you so much for joining us today. Helen Raggett of Forever Living.
Thank you very much, Nigel.